Students, welcome to my online class. In this lecture, we will prove two lemmas and some corollaries. So first lemma, its statement is if V1, V2, Vn is the basis of V over the field F, and if W1, W2, Wm in V are linearly independent over F, then M is less than or equals to N. So here what is meant by basis? So the definition for basis is a subset S of vector space V is said to be a basis of V if the set S consists of linearly independent vectors and V equals to linear span of S. So from this we conclude that these vectors v1, v2, vn are linearly independent and their span is vector space V. So this lemma states that the number of vectors in a basis is always greater than or equals to number of linearly independent vectors in a vector space. So we begin with the proof. So we are given v1, v2, so on up to vn is a basis of V over the field F. So by the definition of basis, every element in V can be written as linear combination of these basis vectors. Here v1, v2, vn are called basis vectors. So in particular, an element Wm can be written as linear combination of v1, v2, so on up to vn. So therefore, the vectors Wm, v1, v2, so on up to vn are linearly dependent vectors. They are linearly dependent because Wm is a linear combination of v1, v2, vn. Now this implies minus 1 into Wm plus alpha 1 v1 plus alpha 2 v2 plus so on plus alpha n vn equals to 0, and here not all the scalars are 0. So by the definition of linearly dependent vectors, we conclude that Wm, v1, v2 and so on up to vn are linearly dependent vectors. Now because the linear span of v1, v2, vn is V, the linear span of Wm, v1, v2 and so on up to vn is also V. Now by the corollary 1, we have some proper subset of the given vectors Wm, v1, v2, vn will be this subset Wm, vi, v suffix I suffix 1, v suffix I suffix 2 and so on up to v suffix I suffix k, with k less than or equals to n minus 1 forms a basis of V. So here we have used 1w in forming a new basis for at least one Vi. So we repeat this procedure with the set w suffix m minus 1, w suffix m, v suffix I suffix 1, v suffix I suffix 2 and so on, v suffix I suffix k. So from this linearly dependent set, so by using corollary 1, we can find a basis of the form w suffix m minus 1, w suffix m, v suffix j suffix 1, v suffix j suffix 2 and so on up to v suffix j suffix s, where s is less than or equals to n minus 2. So we repeat this procedure and we will get a basis of v of the form w suffix 2, w suffix 3, so on, w suffix m minus 1, w suffix m, v suffix alpha, comma v suffix beta, and so on. Now we know that w1, w2, so on up to wm are linearly independent vectors. That means w1 is not linear combination of w2, w3, and so on, w suffix m minus 1, wm. So the above basis must actually include some v. So this v must consist of some v. So to get this basis, we have introduced m minus 1 number of w's, and each such introduction removes at least one v, and yet there is a v left. So thus we get that m minus 1 is less than or equals to n minus 1, and so m is less than or equals to n. That means number of vectors in a basis is always greater than or equals to number of linearly independent vectors. Next we have corollary. Statement is, if V is finite dimensional over the field F, then any two bases of V have the same number of elements. So the proof is, let V1, V2, Vn and W1, W2, Wm be two bases of V over the field F. As we know that the basis vectors are linearly independent, so in particular we take W1, W2, Wm are linearly independent over the field F. So by the lemma we conclude that m is less than or equals to n. Again in particular we take V1, V2, Vn are linearly independent vectors over the field F. Then by using lemma we get that n is less than or equals to m. So from this we conclude that m and n are equal. That means if V is finite dimensional over the field F, then any two bases of V have the same number of elements. Second corollary states that Fn and Fm, these two vector spaces, are isomorphic to each other if and only if n equals to m. Corollary 3 states that if V is finite dimensional over the field F, then V is isomorphic to Fn for a unique integer n. In fact, n is the number of elements in any basis of V over the field F. Here we have definition for dimension of a vector space, which states that the dimension of V over the field F is the number of elements in any basis of V over the field F. Next we have corollary 4, which states that any two finite dimensional vector spaces over the field F of the same dimension are isomorphic. Next we have lemma. Its statement is, if V is finite dimensional over the field F and if U1, U2, Um belongs to V are linearly independent, then we can find vectors U suffix m plus 1, U suffix m plus 2, and so on, U suffix m plus r in V such that U1, U2, so on, Um, U suffix m plus 1, U suffix m plus 2, U suffix m plus r is the basis of V. So we begin with the proof. Since V is finite dimensional, it has a basis. Let V1, V2, Vn be a basis of V. And by the definition of basis, V1, V2, Vn span V. So then the vectors U1, U2, so on up to Um, V1, V2, so on up to Vn also span V. So by the corollary 1, whose statement is given in this box, so there is a subset of these of the form U1, U2, so on up to Um, V suffix I suffix 1, V suffix I suffix 2, and so on, V suffix I suffix R, which consist of linearly independent elements which span V. So in order to prove this lemma, we substitute U suffix m plus 1 equals to V suffix I suffix 1, U suffix m plus 2 equals to V suffix I suffix 2, and so on, and U suffix m plus r equals to V suffix I suffix r. So here this theorem is proved.